Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your tarot reading. Here on Dove and Serpent Tarot, please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I'm merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Two of Swords to begin. That's our starting point. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. And as I do this, I also want to say, ooh, wow, this is good energy. If there's anything you'd like me to pray over or meditate upon, send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right. Path of the Serpent now. A lot of really strong cards. A lot of good major arcana. A lot of fire energy. A lot of good earth energy. This is a pretty spectacular alignment, I would say. Let's do a mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck. And this is the card that we're going to set aside. We're not going to look at this until the very end. We will put our alien friend right on top. Frog has the day off. And hopefully at the end of the reading, that card will, tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. So we've got major, 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 major. We've got earth, earth, fire, fire, and a little bit of air. So the little bit of air is good. Two of Swords. You're someone who generally can make decisions pretty easily, You're not one that needs to take weeks and months to kind of go back and forth on stuff and weigh the options and consider every angle of things. Usually, I think you're pretty focused. You're pretty decisive. I feel like you make up your mind quick, It's kind of a Sagittarius thing, isn't it? This kind of, you've got a real sure aim, with your bow. You really you trust in yourself. You have this confidence that you don't need to kind of analyze and do the math and check the wind and, do 1,000 little adjustments before you let go of your arrow, right? You're someone, I think, that can just pull back, maybe pause for a minute, and then let that arrow go, right? Real decisiveness, because you trust yourself, because you kind of know what you're capable of. And I think you're really good at making decisions. I think people really look at you as someone that they can kind of follow, right? Not that you're necessarily a leader or in a position of leadership, though I think you might be entering into one, okay? But people just see that you tend to make very good decisions. It doesn't seem like you really spend too much time thinking about them, just the right amount of time, And you can make a decision and you're confident and you just do it. You don't second guess yourself. You don't doubt yourself. You act. You decide. You think, you decide, and you act. Just like that. Probably just that quickly, too. And I think that's always served you well. Okay? I think trusting your instinct is really important to you. I don't see a lot of air energy here, right? This is the only air. We see some air with this Lover's card, okay? And don't freak out. Doesn't mean this is a romance or a love reading. It could be. But on that note, I do want to say that, look, every reading I do has a little bit of love in it, okay? Just because the primary focus isn't always on your current romantic relationship doesn't mean that there's not a love component in there somewhere, right? And especially today, we've got this Lover's card and this Empress card. We'll get to that. But as far as the air energy goes, we don't see a lot of extra Swords cards anywhere, because that would tell me that, look, you need more thinking. You need to put more thought into this, right? You need to reconsider things. You need to double check your facts. You need to mull it over. No, we don't see that. We see air right here in the middle, the very first card, and it's only a 2, which means 1, 2, decision made, let's go. right? Because you don't just rely on your reasoning, your logic, your rational mind to make decisions, right? You've got this instinctual thing. We see a lot of that in this devil energy. This is a real heavy reliance on instinct, right? You've got this instinct for leadership, for business, for the right decisions, for financial stuff. You've got this real ambition. I feel like you're someone who's like very athletic, and I don't just mean like in your body type or something. I mean like you're really looking at everything like this is going to be fun. Like you're going to, you want to go out and run with these things. It's a real active energy that wants to just to get out there and run with things. I don't know how else to describe that. It is a real athleticism, but it is kind of a mental, instinctual thing. It could be that you're very focused on fitness, or maybe you do play some kind of a sport or something. But I think you like that kind of excitement, right? And again, it's kind of an instinctual thing. It's not something you really think about or consider or have to debate about. No, you just see something you like, you get a feeling, an instinct about it, and you say, yeah, I want to go do that. And then you do it to the best of your ability, right? And if you find that you're not that good, you practice. You do it more, again and again and again, until you get good. That's what I mean by being athletic, right? To be an athlete, you have to train, you have to practice. You have to try and fail and keep trying. The only way to get better is to realize how bad we are in the first place, right? So that's why I think we've got this devil energy at the top here. And what is the situation going on with you right now? Well, 9 of discs. I started to feel initially that this was a career or a job or a financial prospect. I wonder if this has more to do with health, though. Like maybe it is a fitness thing for you. It could be your financial fitness, right? It could be both of these things combined. But if we're talking about money or finances, this would work, because I feel like this instinct, this athleticism that you have, is going to really work in your favor at whatever kind of career or job or work that you're doing right now. Now, what if you're retired, right? What if you're on a fixed income? You're not really looking for a new career or a new job, right? This is the work that you do every day. This is what you are applying yourself to get better at, for whatever gains you're going to get from that. Could be spiritual gains, emotional gains. Could be physical fitness, could be financial. It doesn't have to be a job or career, right? You can be retired and still have this energy. It's whatever you're doing with your time, right? Whatever you're putting this kind of athletic instinct energy into, okay? Just wanted to clarify that. What we see in the recent past, we'll get back to the 9 of Pentacles. We'll circle back around to all of these eventually. But we're starting with this 4 of Pentacles. This could literally be your fixed income. Okay, this is a fixed financial state, a fixed fitness state, right? It's not going anywhere. This is a baseline. This is an achievement that has just been steady and stable. There's no going below this. It's your new normal. Okay. So this could be, again, a fixed income. This could be the establishment of your career, nice, stable. You're settled into this career field or this company or this job, this business that you're in. Maybe you have your own business. But it's something that's established, right? Something that's predictable, it's routine, it's not going anywhere, at least, for the foreseeable future. This is a good spot. This is a lot of stability, right? And this is kind of your home base. This is kind of your starting point for whatever this next, athletic sport kind of thing that you're doing. Whatever your next challenge is, whatever your next project is. And I feel as if with this kind of instinctual, gonna keep training and getting better, keep learning kind of devil energy up here, you're really bringing in a lot of success on top of this Four of Pentacles, right? Your current state is going to this is going to be the container, this is going to be the treasure chest, and this is the treasure coming in, okay? So this is your home, or this is your mattress, right? And this is the cash that you're stuffing into it, all right? This is a really good flow of energy. And it's not luck, and it's not like an unseen hand necessarily. There are a lot of major arcana cards, but these are all activations of energy that you have to partake in, right? This is not the universe handing you anything. This is what you were born with, and you have to activate it. Your divine qualities, right? That you have to intentionally step into, activate, and take ownership of. And I like that we have the Emperor. See, the Emperor and the Empress right here are they're next to each other. If you can look, overhead camera's working. But they're not really facing each other. There's some distance. They're kind of like they don't want to make eye contact, right? This is a consideration of a love interest, a love relationship in this world of intense instinct, ambition, this, this real intensity that you have on the path of the dove. How does that line up with this idea of kind of finding your love interest, finding a counterpart? Because I feel like whatever you're working on now, whatever your current project is, it's only going to grow and evolve. You're only going to get better and better at it. The devil energy, remember, this athleticism. You are always striving to be better at this thing, whatever it is. Maybe you're taking up a sport. Maybe you're taking up a new artistic skill, a new career field, some kind of specialized training within your career. Maybe you're going back to school to specialize in something, okay? Eventually, you're going to get better and better and better at this, and I think that you're going to, in some ways, master it, okay? You're going to take your skill level as high as you can. And you might even achieve some recognition, some fame for your accomplishments. Now, how does this kind of ambition factor into a love relationship? How does this idea of finding your true love, your maybe a soulmate kind of thing, how does that factor into this intense ambition? Now, we're going to skip this Art or Temperance card for now. We'll come back to it because I want to go to the path of the serpent. We have these two. We have the Lovers and the Empress. This card is really about marrying yourself to your one true love. Marrying yourself to what has the most meaning for you. Your highest ideal of love. These two cards together, they don't happen very often, but when they do, this is finding that soulmate and having no doubts about it, no questions in your mind. This is the one for you. And the two of you come together in this really like divine union. This is the perfect relationship. But who is this? What has this Empress energy for you? We don't see any other court cards really, except for the Knight of Wands, but that doesn't represent a third party here. Who is this Empress to your Emperor, right? Emperor and Empress in that union. This could be whatever this new project or career or goal or whatever this is over here. This could be your real love. This could be your truest love here. That could be the perfect ideal relationship. And that's what you're committing yourself to. That's what you're marrying, right? Or this could be, a third party. It could be someone else in your life, someone that you meet It could be someone that you're in a relationship with now. So by having this kind of split, by having, let me see how I put these back. By having the Emperor and the Empress with their backs to each other, I feel like in your mind, having these two are incompatible. Okay. It almost seems to me like you're making yourself choose this project, career, this ambition, this whatever this is, or love and romance. You know? Do we have to choose? I think right now for you, you're keeping these two things separate. I know that much. They're not making eye contact here, right? There's some distance between them. They're not looking at each other. Their backs are to each other. They're doing their own thing. It could be your attempt to maybe to separate your love romantic relationships from this really intense work or project or whatever this is over here. But I feel as if there's just this idea that you don't want to make eye contact because that's going to just blow the whole thing up. You want to keep things separate. You don't want to look over in this direction because you're focused here, right? But we do have down beneath everything this art card. This card is basically saying that, look, in your ideal world, deep down within you, perhaps you know that you want both. You want all of this. You know, perhaps you do know deep down within that it may be difficult, but it's possible to have both sides. It's possible to have this intense ambition, career, whatever, and your love, romance, kind of, you know, passionate relationship with another person, right? If that's the case, if that is what's going on, it feels like there's a split. This card is down here to say it doesn't have to be. It's not easy to do both, to have both to a full, intense degree. But it is possible. It is possible. And what we see next, after we kind of consider this, the Lover's card and the Empress card and all of this, we get to the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is kind of a dialectic. It's kind of point, counterpoint, and then the transcendent point, right? This is ambition or romance, or can we have both? Is there something kind of higher? Can we transcend this idea of having to choose, this kind of false dichotomy? I can't speak today. I have a really bad sore throat. False dichotomy that we've created, right? This is a higher understanding of our own ambitions, our own intentions, what we really want, how we want to live our life, what is truly important to us. This is having the strength of character to admit that to ourselves. This is the strength of character that can go down into the depths of us and find the Art or Temperance card. That can find the solution, right? And what is a solution but one thing blended in with the other thing, right? One thing kind of dissolved in a liquid or whatever. So finding the solution to your problem is something that's going to really require some introspection, some intense internal work and honesty, and a discovery of this art card, right? The strategy, the method, the way in which we can do both of these things. First is the realization that, oh, I don't have to choose. It doesn't have to be one or the other. I'm not quite sure how to make it work, both sides of the aisle here, but we can. We can make it work somehow, right? So this is having that kind of, that higher understanding of yourself, your intentions, your ambitions. You have to find out what is really important to you. Not that you have to choose, but understanding what is it that you really want in life. Maybe it is equally both of these. Maybe it is one or the other. First, we have to come to that realization before we can develop a strategy or a plan to get this create this reality that we want. So the next card then is us putting that plan into action. Here's the Knight of Wands, fire on fire. This is, again, no hesitation, no thinking, no second guessing, no analysis, no pros and cons list. It's a fiery, intuitive understanding and an ambition. This Three of Wands, it's not about like thinking about what you want and writing down a list of reasons why. No, it's about finding that truth within you in an energetic way, in a non-intellectual way, right? It's part of your instinct, right? But it goes higher, right? Instincts we kind of think of in the gut or something. This is an intuition that seems like it's kind of coming down from above, you know, one of Jung's 4 functions. So this card is about acting on that information, acting on that influx of enlightenment, right, of insight. And I think now we should look at the mystery card. I'm curious if we see any kind of signs or signals that you do prefer one of these over the other, that maybe right now you're thinking, look, I don't need a romantic item. I'm done with that. I want just this ambition here. So then maybe this Empress and this Lover's card is representing you really committing yourself to this new work that you're doing. Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe if you were to find this ideal relationship, this soulmate situation, maybe you'd forget all about this work over here, right? I don't know, let's find out. Well, it's a 3 of discs. So this kind of is pointing me over here in this work ambition kind of direction, that we do want to excel in this field. We do want to become skilled at what we do. The training, right? We talked about practicing and getting better and better and training to be the best that you can be at this is something that you want. You want the recognition for developing this skill. You want to be a leader in your field, right? You want to be the best at this that you can. 3 of discs. This, to me, this is pretty obvious what you're really focused on. Okay, that doesn't mean that there's no place for this other energy, though. You know, it could still be relevant, but it's up to you to really to do the introspective work, to listen to your gut, listen to your higher intuition, and figure out what is the most important thing to you. I did say we were going to circle back around to the 9 of discs. I really think that when you start to develop the skill at this work, you're going to really see the benefits of it. You're going to see like the money start coming in, you know. And that is going to encourage you to keep getting better, keep doing more, keep expanding your skills and working harder and harder at this. Which then is going to put even more distance between any potential love relationship. It's just, I'm so interested in this work and the rewards, the progress that I'm making in this field. I don't have time for this other stuff. So maybe embracing the Lover's card and the Empress card into your life will in some ways enhance this work that you do. You know, it doesn't have to be like forcing yourself into a relationship with someone just to feel like you have to or something. But by taking this energy with you into this work that you do over here, maybe that will give you the sense that, well, you know, like I said at the beginning, that this work is your kind of true love. This is what you want to unite with and commit yourself to. This is what has that kind of divine union feel to it, you know. But the Lover's card and the Empress energy is here. It's in your life. And this is you really committing to things, committing to this 9 of discs, for one thing. And this is the gain, this is the abundance that could be had through a relationship, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is that we don't need to keep the Emperor and the Empress separate. Doesn't mean that you have to get into a relationship, but you have to embrace this other side of things, right? You have to, I think, welcome in this love relationship that doesn't necessarily need to be with another person, right? It can just be with your own ambitions, with your soul, with spirit, with this work that you do. But to have this kind of joy and love and commitment and pleasure from it, I think is a very important factor. And that kind of experience is not only going to come with a romantic relationship, right? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and do an extended. And if you want to stick around, just click on the link. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Sagittarius, but for all of the zodiac signs. I apologize for my voice today. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me read for you. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.